If I say Modern Warfare 2019, what do you say? Is it a game that you did like and enjoy playing, or is it a Call of Duty game that you didn't like that much and therefore moved on to something else? I did enjoy playing Modern Warfare 2019 and I did put quite some time into it. At this point of time I was also mainly maining as a sniper in most FPS games, and I did enjoy the sniping also in Modern Warfare 2019 and many of the snipers and marksman rifles available. With that in mind, and also the fact that I haven't played that much when it comes to the latest COD games, for example Black Ops 6, I decided to go back and play some Modern Warfare 2019 in order to get some nostalgia for sure, but also to see and feel if it's still worth playing also now in 2025. The first thing that gets to me when playing once more is that Modern Warfare 2019 is still a good looking game 6 years after its release. And that's due to the revamped version of Infinity Ward's engine dubbed IW 8.0, which was a departure from previous iterations and delivered a leap in graphical fidelity through technologies like volumetric lighting, improved geometry, photogrammetry, and advanced spectral rendering for things like night vision. This engine was developed over 5 years by Infinity Ward's Los Angeles and Poland studios with assistance from Nvidia. Infinity Ward also decided to create a bit of a slower and more of a tactical experience when it comes to Modern Warfare 2019, which now, especially now coming back to it, feels pretty nice and chill in comparison with some of the newer COD games that has become more of a movement shooter compared to the more casual arcade shooter that COD used to be. Of course there's players that didn't like this direction when the game was released, but I feel that you're still able to have your own playstyle and also play aggressive even so, if that's what you want. Especially if you're a somewhat good player and also are aware of some players that will still camp in buildings waiting for you with a claymore in the direction of all these countless doors that you could run through. Another thing that came across my mind when we're talking about visual aspects of the game is the weapon animations in Modern Warfare 2019 that are considered to be very good, and I feel the same when watching them once more. Praised for their realism, detail and visceral feel, which sets a high standard for other first-person shooters. At least it did so back in the day, 6 years ago. Highly detailed and satisfying reload sequences, distinct animations for different types of reloads, both standard and sleight of hand, and detailed weapon inspections adds a realistic feel to the game. And I'm not sure if we've seen these kind of animations in COD after 2019. When it comes to map design, I did mention doors and openings when it comes to the buildings, and there's quite a few of them. Some maps are better than others, of course, which is always the case. And they did add some fan favorite maps also from some of the OG COD games back in the days as well. You can see some of them in my video for sure. But again, the map design overall did create a somewhat slower pacing of the game and dark areas also, with the lighting and everything in buildings, and it did become a problem since some player models did blend in a bit too well when it comes to the background, making it hard to see enemies in certain areas of the map. The perk system in Modern Warfare was generally considered good and well received, unlike the controversial system in Modern Warfare 2 from 2022. The 2019 Modern Warfare used a traditional 3-perk system that was familiar to longtime fans such as me and allowed players to have their perks for the entire match, offering a consistent and effective means of customizing their playstyle without the time-gated restrictions of the later game. I both played and recorded gameplay and also streamed MW 2019 recently, so I did play at different hours also during the day. But when it comes to matchmaking then, I didn't have any problems getting into matches, which kind of indicate that there's still definitely people playing the game also in 2025. With that said, I became curious if I could see any stats or indications when it comes to player count. Usually when I make these kind of videos, I do check out the Steam charts. Remember though that Modern Warfare 2019 was released on Steam in March 2023, which is 4 years after the actual release. So it does not give a precise or maybe even fair picture when it comes to an actual player count regarding how many people that are still playing the game now. Especially since a lot of PC players like myself are playing the game through the Battle.net app. And also there's quite an amount of players still playing the game on consoles, of course. And yes, the game is crossplay as well, I need to mention that, which is a good thing. But either way, let's check out the Steam charts briefly. A quick look shows that there's been around 600 players on average and a peak of 1200 players the last 30 days. The number has gone down a bit lately, but not that much when we go back and check out how many people that were playing the game also the same time, but a year ago. With that said, there's no other data to be found when it comes to total amount of players actively playing Modern Warfare 2019 and 2025. But as I said earlier, when combining Steam players, Battle.net players, and of course also quite a lot of console players still playing the game, I feel safe to say that there's still a substantial amount of people playing the game also in 2025, which is good news if you want to get back into the game once more, just like I did. So is Modern Warfare 2019 still worth playing also in 2025? I would say yes, if you at least want to experience a game in the COD franchise that has had quite an impact on the series as a whole, offering somewhat new and fresh graphics at the time, a multiplayer when it comes to ground war and gunfight game modes, also a pretty deep weapon gunsmith for attachments, replacements of specialist abilities with operators, and a return to more grounded photorealistic combat with immersive sound and lighting. And for the first time in COD, crossplay was introduced. They also replaced the previous class system, as said, with playable operators, which were cosmetics and tied into the new lore. So the timeline was rebooted, featuring classic characters like Captain Price in a new contemporary conflict when it comes to the campaign and the story. So all in all, this is a COD game that I do believe is worth experiencing. Not sure what a player that has started to play COD games recently would think about the game, but someone like me that have been playing the series for a long time probably feel that this military-looking shooter at least connects a bit more back to the roots of the series compared to some of the newer games in the series now. But again, the taste is different and that's perfectly fine. I therefore gonna end by saying that I would like to hear from you as well what kind of thoughts or experiences you have when it comes to Modern Warfare 2019. And I'm also curious to see what the next COD game will be like when it comes to Black Ops 7. However, it'll never be the same as when the first Black Ops games were released back in the days. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 were great games, and I also enjoyed playing Black Ops 3 quite some. Black Ops 4, well, not so much, but still a decent COD game, also introducing Blackout, which was the first attempt of Warzone and something that I, up to this day, enjoyed more than the recent years' versions of Warzone. Now, with that said, I haven't talked about Warzone at all in this video, since Warzone was introduced as a free-to-play standalone battle royale game mode within Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 on March 10, 2020. Instead, I've been focusing on the multiplayer aspect of the game, being someone that foremost enjoy playing the old school respawn game modes when it comes to the multiplayer. So thank you for watching my video, I want to wish you a great day, take care, and I'll talk to you soon again. Later.
Got that bitch! Enemy Enemy Reloading. Been hit. Yeah, target down.
We're holding two. We have the advantage.
Enemy at the shipping area.
Friendly, don't shoot. I got it. Go take cover.